This may look really complicated, but believe it or not, this is come out to something nice and clean. This actually meets the mold of a tangent sum or a tangent difference identity. That identity says that if you're adding two angles inside a tangent function, then you can express it as the sum of those two angles divided by the difference of one and those two angles being multiplied in tangent functions. So basically the plus or minus symbols have order for a reason. If it starts with a plus, if it's x plus y, then you do tangent x plus tangent y over 1 minus tangent x tangent y. If you start with x minus a y, then you go with the bottom symbols, tangent x minus tangent y over 1 plus tangent x tangent y. So this one, the top here, we have a subtraction symbol. So it means we're going with the bottom symbols of the formula. So staring at the formula, we realize that this is x and this is our y. So that means, and we already identified that this is tangent x minus tangent y over tangent 1 plus tangent x. So this is the bottom part of the symbols of the formula. So that means we're going to be using tangent x minus y here. So that's what it looks like when you plug in your x and your y that we saw from over there. And then we just have to get common denominators. So now when you subtract those two, your tangent of 5 pi over 24, which isn't something that comes out nice and clean in a calculator. If it did, you could use your trig ratios to find out, like maybe it's square root of 2 over 2 or something like that. But this one is one where we don't typically have students memorize. So you need a calculator to plug the rest of this in. That would be 0.767 roughly with a calculator. But if it came out to something like this, you could first convert that to degrees. And then that's one value that we typically have students memorize. Oops, drawing that backwards. Oh, I did it again. There we go. That's how we draw reference triangles. No, it isn't. I'll just do this the right way. 45 degrees is right here because from the initial side to terminal side, that's 45 degrees. So when you draw your reference triangle, 45 always corresponds with the side length of square root of 2 over 2. And that means the other angle is 45, so that means this is square root of 2 over 2. So opposite divided by adjacent would be 1. So that would be your answer. But this one, in our case, didn't come out to be a perfect one, so we needed a calculator.